Buen días. Good morning. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Andrew, and this is my retired life. Don't want to be one of those videos where talk too long about where we traveled, what we do, the road. Just want to have a simple conversation about along the way, what we've done, where we've been, some of the people we've met, and just things that we've learned. So just want to start by saying probably March of last year, I ended up losing my job, 55 years old. Long story, but it was a shock, but it was a wake-up call. And worked for a large company, and been with them for 25 years. And it was, like I said, it was a shock, but it was a blessing too, because what it enabled me to do is open my eyes and kind of figure out some stuff that, you know what, I don't need to work until I'm 62 or 59 and a half or 67 or whatever the case may be. So my wife and I, our goal was to travel around after we retired, and to be honest, we planned on retiring. It would have been March of 2026. This year was when I would have retired anyway, so it kind of speed up the process a little bit quicker. Allowed us some more time to navigate the retirement landscape. When I say that, I mean there's a lot of things involved. You can't just unless at least doing what we do. You can't just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm going to retire, and that's it. We had to put a lot of things in place, and like I said, it was a blessing in disguise. So if you hear a lot of background noise, I am currently in Colombia, outside of Medellin. It's a resort, not really resort, a hotel. It's an eco-tourist resort called Canua, up in the mountains. Not sure if you can see the background too good. It's kind of bright. Sun's coming up early Thursday morning, and but the road here, I just wanted to make a video here because it's really a place where you could relax and be one with nature. And but getting up here was kind of difficult. So anyway, there'll be more videos, and I don't want to make this a job or anything like that. I just want to share our experiences. And so started back March of last year. We'd already sold our house and everything, so that wasn't a big deal. But we did plan on doing a lot of traveling. We did plan on, selling everything. Didn't think it would take so long, and what we ended up doing while I was trying to find another job, and it took me almost 2 months to find something. Even with all my expertise and experiences in what I did, I was quite surprised. But anyway. So I did find something, and in between time, we sold a lot of our stuff, and we had accumulated a lot of stuff in the 30 years that we've been married, and so we used Facebook Marketplace and eBay, and we sold a lot of stuff, and there was still a lot of stuff to do. We'd had a yard sale, and but I'll go more into that later. But anyway. To make a long story short, January of this year, I officially turned in my resignation to the company that I was with, and it was a bittersweet moment. One, after working your whole life, providing for your family, it was tough to call it quits. And anyway, so I ended up doing it with some persuasion from my wife, and we decided to come to Colombia. We've been here for about 2.5 weeks now. The original goal was to get a van of some sort and travel the Baja Peninsula for about 3 or 4 months, and then go to our son's graduation from college, and then come back and do slow travel. But that didn't quite work out. We couldn't find something that we liked, and we ended up. So I retired like on a Monday. I told him I couldn't do it anymore. Tuesday we started packing. Thursday we moved everything that we had left in a storage. It was like a 15 by 20 storage unit. We moved everything in there, and Saturday actually, Friday night we drove to Orlando, stayed in this rinky-dink hotel. Fortunately, we only had to sleep a couple hours in there. Took a flight from Orlando to Panama on our way to, we'll stop up in Panama and then head to Bogota, Colombia. And you know, it's funny, all the plans that we made, you know, it's like everything was a spur of the moment, end up being type of thing. And it's a good thing that we booked. You know, we planned with a lot of points and miles and stuff like that, so it helped out to where because we made a lot of changes since we've gotten to Bogota. We decided to visit some family up in Medellin. So right now we're on our way to Medellin. We're going to leave this canoa to head to Medellin this afternoon. And we rented a car from Bogota, drove up, we decided to drive instead of flying to kind of see the sights of the area, get a more feel for Colombia with the people and whatnot. But, you know, it was an adventure because we coming from Bogota to here, we took kind of a detour, and we're in a small car. It's like a Kia, but a small sedan, and we ended up going through the mountains, down dirt roads, and thought we were going to be killed. Well, just from the ruralness and the uncertainty, not sure if the car was going to make it, and we ended up in the town where we're going to. Decide not to stay there. It was a Sunday. There was a big party and whatnot. Just wasn't our scene, so we ended up going to the next town that we had on our list, and ended up pulling in there at night, and they had a festival there. So fortunately, there was a police officer that was there at the corner directing traffic, and with my limited Spanish, you know, I was able to communicate with him kind of what we're trying to do, and he kind of guide us, and they were very nice. Colombian people are very nice and hospitable, and so we spend the night there, a little quaint town, and I'll post the town name in the description here. And so we spend the night there in a little boutique hotel, got up early and then head this way, and this was an adventure on itself too. It's up in the mountains, and you got to take like dirt roads, and here again we're in this little tiny car. And the main road to get to it, which was a dirt road anyway, the road was closed. We were maybe 2 kilometers from getting to the hotel. The road was closed. We had to turn back around, and not knowing where to go, the alternate route. This very nice person that we stopped in front of, this house that we stopped in front of, their son kind of took us down the mountain, showed us around, and directed us to the right location. But it was like dirt gravel road getting up the hill. Probably took us 2 hours to get up the hill to the hotel, almost turning around 2 or 3 times, giving up. But once we got here, it was a beautiful place, beautiful experience. Spent 2 days here and getting ready to leave to head into Medellin to see some family tomorrow. So that's our update for right now. That's my update for right now, and stay tuned. Like I said, it's just there's no specific goal to this. Just want to document my experiences, our experiences, and maybe this would help somebody along the way who wants to do what we want to do. Retire early, travel, enjoy life while we're young and can do it. Don't have to worry about a wheelchair and worry about our children, and talk about, you know, some of the experiences we had, some of the preparations that we did along the way. And that's all for now. Have a great day.